security guard fires his weapon at a supermarket in Baltimore City, and a shootout erupts after officers try serving an arrest warrant in Woodlawn. A lot going on tonight. Welcome to the news at 11, everyone. I'm Rick Ritter.
And I'm Vic Carter. Violent gunfire shaking shoppers at two busy shopping centers today within hours of each other. The first, a Security Square shopping mall between police and a suspect on the run. The second, at a giant grocery store after security guard ignited his weapon.
And we have live team coverage tonight from both of those scenes. Let's begin with WJZ's Annie Rose Ramos with more on the terror that erupted at that supermarket right off Reisterstown Road, leaving one dead and another injured. Annie Rose.
Rick and Vic, police say they responded to this giant store at around 4:30 p.m. to reports of a shooting. But the shoppers who were inside the store at the time this incident took place tell us this started before all of that, when they heard loud sounds and crying and screaming, and they saw a security guard arguing with two adults in the back of the store.
A person is shooting inside of the market.
Shots ringing out at the giant grocery store in Northwest Baltimore Monday afternoon.
The male and female were arguing, and they heard the gunshot inside the store.
The incident started with an argument. Eyewitnesses telling WJZ they heard loud voices and then multiple shots coming from the back of the store.
Security guard shot individuals.
Police reporting the grocery store's armed security guard shot two people inside after a verbal dispute turned physical.
Somebody sent a medic inside the market. This woman is bleeding a lot.
Leaving one woman with a gunshot wound to her hand and the man fatally injured, pronounced dead shortly after arriving at the hospital. And shoppers stunned.
I'm shocked that it happened like this.
When pharmacy technician Odera Odunze heard the shots, he pulled as many shoppers into the pharmacy and locked them inside for safety.
Just tried to calm everybody down and make sure nobody got hurt or anything like that. We weren't seeing because we had no idea what was going on. It was really frightening.
Shoppers like Roland Parker says he'll never forget the scene tonight at his neighborhood store.
I never before expected something crazy like this. It seems like the new normal in a way. It's sad.
Some scary and heroic moments from tonight. Now, guys, this store is still closed. They hope to open back up soon. We contacted Giant Corporation. They telling WJZ that they cannot comment on this investigation while it's still taking place. Baltimore City Police say they are still investigating, but if anyone has any information regarding this investigation, to contact their detectives immediately. Reporting live at 11, I'm Annie Rose Ramos for WJZ.
Annie Rose, thank you. Let's go now over to our Kelsey Kushner, who's following that other shooting at the Mall of Woodlawn tonight.
And two officers recovering, and a suspect is dead after that fatal shootout with police. Kelsey.
Vic, Rick, well, two officers are here at shock trauma tonight. They are suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. I'm told that they are in stable condition. This, of course, comes after a deadly shootout happens in a mall parking lot.
We expect both of them to survive.
Two officers are recovering tonight after a mall parking lot turned into a crime scene.
Two officers shot. We need ammo. Give me two ambos.
Police say the shootout started around 8 a.m. at the Security Square shopping mall. Two Baltimore City police officers on the warrant apprehension task force were looking for 38-year-old Justin Powell's car in the parking lot when they found him in it.
It was at that time the suspect exited the vehicle and fired multiple rounds at officers.
Police say multiple officers returned fire, striking Powell. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital.
This is just too much to handle.
Evidence markers were scattered across the parking lot as police towed a truck covered with bullet holes. Dr. Thomas Scalia says the two officers shot are stable but will need therapy.
Both will require some therapy. The exact nature of that will be determined by the remainder of their evaluation process.
Governor Larry Hogan sent out a tweet saying, quote, "We are praying for the speedy recovery of the two Baltimore City police officers who were shot this morning while pursuing a homicide suspect." Mayor Brandon Scott commended the work of the officers.
Building a safer Baltimore requires us to hold violent offenders accountable. Today, these officers were doing just that.
Powell was wanted for warrants for handgun possession and murder. Police believe he was behind the killing of 38-year-old Ali Hines back in June on West Landale Street.
I'm happy because he was well loved.
Neighbors of Ali Hines say they're relieved his killer is off the streets.
I'm glad it's over, but it's so sad. It's a sad time.
Now, Baltimore County Police are the lead investigation agency in this case. Now, the Randallstown NAACP also released a statement tonight calling for more security at that mall. Reporting live tonight, Kelsey Krishner for WJC.
Kelsey, thank you. Moving on to another big story that we've been following. A major win for thousands of Marylanders fighting to keep their federal unemployment benefits. This morning, a judge ruled in favor of workers ultimately securing the extra $300